so I don't know when Michelle's getting back, and I think she's bringing Brendan, so I need to film quick.
The word is out, this town can hardly breathe.
So I'm actually kind of excited to see you hopped up on caffeine. I don't really have any suggestions of things for you to talk about at the moment, but if I think of something and you haven't done it yet, then I will suggest them. There's soy milk on my pants because I was drinking this handy dandy little juice box and I squeezed it. I didn't really mean to squeeze it, but I did. Like squirted it in my face, and some got on my pants. So that's new. I've started writing a short story about zombies. It might turn out to be longer, like it might be a long short story, or it might actually evolve into a novel, because at this point it's getting a lot more involved than I had originally intended, but we'll see. It might just wind up being a novella. Are you allowed to read that? Does that count as textual communication? I don't know. Poor Oliver. Speaking of zombie apocalypse novellas, have you read Zombicorns by John Green? Because it's fantastic. He released it on a Creative Commons license, and I love it. So Saturday night, after I made you a video and stuff, I went to see a play with Brian. He had to go see it for one of his classes, but he invited me along, and that was neat. I enjoyed it. I will talk more about that in my video on Thursday, but the whole night was really lovely. I was glad to see him again. I hope we see each other more this semester because, I don't know, I love him to death, and seeing each other once a month makes me sad. One of the coolest parts, though, was it was out in West Philly, and it was near Drexel, and I saw the Drexel signs, and I was like, fuck this, I hate Drexel, because I do hate Drexel. Drexel sucks. But there were stars. I mean, it was nothing compared to M-Town, of course, but I got so excited that I could see the stars. It was just lovely. Oh, so last night I had other fire alarm fun times. You know how at the end of last semester my building was on fire? Well, last night a damn pipe burst in the cafeteria. So the alarm went off at like 11:30, and I was like, great. Some stupid prick burnt popcorn again. We all have to go outside in the cold. It's gonna be like half an hour that we're just standing around, and then we're gonna file back in, and I'm gonna cut bitches. Brendan was here, and he and Michelle and I left. We went to 7-Eleven and tried to find someplace warm where we could sit and kill time or whatever. And we wound up actually wandering around to Rite Aid for a while. And then we came back to the building to see if we could get in, and there was a small group of people here with a cop outside, and the cop was a dick, which pissed me off. But he was like, you can either congregate here in the cold, or you can go to Mitten Hall, because it's going to be at least 3 hours before we let you in. And it was cool if he could just say you can go to Mitten Hall, or told us how long it was going to be, except he was a dick. And I was like, hell, we're homeless in North Philly. You don't get to be a dick. That made me really upset. But I was pissed because it's 12:30 and I'm being told that my building is going to be closed for at least 3 hours. That's a long fucking time. I didn't have my bag. I didn't have my phone. That's why I didn't pick up last night. My phone was in my room. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have a book to read. I didn't even have my iPod. I had nothing. And I was so pissed. I had my ID and I had my keys. That was it. So they went back to the frat house. I went to the tech center because the tech center is warm. The tech center had Starbucks. So I got a cup of coffee in Starbucks and went and sat on Facebook and AIM Express for a while. While I was there, someone said that our residence hall was closed for the night and that it wouldn't be open until 8 a.m. I don't know who got that information or how that rumor started, but that's what I heard. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna be sitting in here until 8 a.m.? Are you serious? But then I found Dan, and just as I found him, he had heard that it was open, so we went back together, and it was open. I was back in my room by 1:30. So those are my adventures. That was great. As long as no more pipes burst, I won't kill anybody. I have a huge forehead. Oh my god. Video last night, there was a show flyer behind you that said the last 10 seconds of life, and I happened to be watching it while I talked to Tom. So he said to tell you that you're awesome, but I told him I didn't think it was your room. So whoever has that flyer, he wants me to let them know that they are awesome. Well, I will see you tomorrow. I love you very much. Mwah.